Sometimes the simple act of getting out of your normal hobby working area is enough to give you inspiration. This is actually footage from a few months ago during a heat wave, where I got up early, got the kayak ready, and I went to one of the nearby lakes to do some sculpting. One of the great things about sculpting with a physical material is you're not locked down at your desk, at your computer, staring at a screen. And this is a perfect environment to get inspiration. You may be aware of the book Swallows and Amazons, a story which is based around the Lake District. The story is set on a fictional lake which is inspired by multiple bodies of water in the Lake District. And on this particular body of water there is an island which was also inspiration for the island in the story. So obviously I decided to go sculpt on an island. Why would I not? But what am I sculpting? Something from the book? No, just a bird, a swallow. A swallow. That's literally the only reason is because swallow's in the name of the book. It's so stupid, really. I had the armature prepped before I left. I initially used brown stuff on the armature, which would give the clay something to grip onto. On top of the brown stuff, I'm actually using Magic Sculpt. Usually I would use Beesputty at home, but that's polymer clay and I have to bake that. There is something nice about having the time limit involved with using epoxy clay as well, just being pressured into being focused and concentrated on the work you're doing. Having said that, I do like the freedom that polymer clay gives you, personally. But hey, life is about balance, let's mix things up. Here I'm actually mixing Magic Sculpt with a bit of brown stuff, just to experiment, just to see how it changes the consistency and how well it works together. And it gives a bit of extra firmness because Magic Sculpt is actually quite soft. And because it was so hot, it was very soft and curing quite quickly. As you can see, I didn't actually get a lot done. And here is the, well, it's not finished. Here's the bird. I started doing the feathers on the top of the wings and a couple just like on its neck. Just trying to figure out how I want to do feathers in clay because it's a learning process. I don't know why I keep doing things with feathers because I'm kind of sick of them. At some point I will finish this. I do think that maybe I'd quite like the bird to have a rider. Maybe a little mouse or a gnome. Also, I primed the Quetzalcoatl finally, except I dropped it in the process and loads of dirt and stuff got in the primer, so I had to scrub it a bit and do it again. So I need to repair this guy soon. I'm thinking of going crazy colourful with this one. I want it to look like a tropical bird of some sort, well, bird dragon thing. I designed it like this, by the way, partially inspired by Final Fantasy interpretations of it, because I don't know if there is a Final Fantasy game where there's a Quetzalcoatl that looks like the mythical creature, which is essentially a serpent with feathers. They usually look like some sort of bird dragon thing, so I've never painted something as colourful as I imagine this being, so. Well, I like colour. A lot of my things are very colourful. They didn't used to be. If I was to dig out one of my old miniatures somewhere, they would be pretty dirty and brown and not my kind of style anymore.